I'm pretty sure that if you hold HBAR, you are pretty happy right now. But what if I told you that this is just the beginning and that we are literally just waiting for a new all-time high to be broken, and why I personally believe that that is going to be happening over the next couple of days? Well, we're going to be addressing it in this video. So with that being said, welcome to the channel, everyone. My name is Nick. For those that are new to the channel, hopefully by the end of this video, you do become a subscriber. And what are you guys waiting for? Join the free Discord down in the description below. You will not regret it. Now, let's dive on in and let's talk about a few things, because HBAR has been going crazy. Let's just be real here. 24-hour span, HBAR is a top gainer still, up 706% in the last 30 days. That means that HBAR has literally almost 10x'd in the last 30 days. The last 1 year, significant moves to the upside. And if we look at the all-time chart, we have now broken into levels that we have yet to see since going all the way back to 2021. We're talking about the bull run of 2021. HBAR's volume, 7.7 billion versus its $13.15 billion market cap. The volume on Hedera has been absolutely insane to witness, and I do believe that HBAR is going to mint new millionaires this cycle, because this is not the end of the HBAR run. This is just beginning. And, you know, I really have to say, for those that have been watching the channel that have been buying sub 10 cent and even sub 5 cent HBAR for the last roughly 2 years, I just want to say congratulations to you guys for not only sticking, you know, through all of the noise, all through the nonsense, but also having the dedication to be patient enough to finally see these types of moves. This is exactly why I make these videos. This is exactly why I talk about these types of projects when nobody wants to actually touch them. It's because of this last 30 days. And, you know, again, I could not be any more happier for those out there holding a big bag of HBAR like myself. So, you know, congratulations to all you guys out there that have been stacking your HBAR bags for the last roughly 2 years. Now, let's talk about Hedera. Let's talk about the fact that, yes, I do believe that HBAR is about to create a new all-time high within the next, I would argue, you know, 30 days. But for the sake of this video, I truly do think that's going to be probably within the next like 2 to 3 weeks. I don't think that we have a long time until we see new all-time highs on a lot of these projects. We'll definitely have to watch, wait, and see. Might be too early to call it, but we are in the waiting room right now for a new all-time high on Hedera. But let's actually address a few things happening behind the scenes that you might actually not know. Even if you do hold HBAR, you probably actually don't know about some of this information. So let's actually start with something that did get announced back in the summer of 2023. And if we go back on the chart and we go all the way back to the summer of 2023, here we have it back here. In August, this thing jumped up. Now, I know that it isn't like a significant pump compared to some of these other candles here on this chart, but why did it have a significant run up? Well, this is right around the time that FedNow in the US got announced. Now, if you do hold HBAR and if you were around during this time, then you know that drop, right? Drop, which is a microtransactions e-commerce sort of project. It's a very solid project, by the way. If you guys did want to do a little bit more research into it, you guys definitely should. But Drop is basically tapped in on FedNow. Here's the actual announcement from Drop themselves. Drop is listed in FedNow Service Provider Showcase. They're excited to be listed in the Federal Reserve's FedNow Service Provider Showcase, an online resource designed to connect financial institutions looking to adopt and innovate upon the FedNow service, with service providers offering instant payment solutions. Drop envisions a global revolution in instant payments, offering consumers and businesses an alternative to credit cards through the use of fiat and Web3 digital currencies, and we are very excited to be part of the FedNow Service Provider Showcase to showcase our capabilities. Now, again, when we look at FedNow, I've told you guys many times that FedNow is basically the introduction to the digital financial system within the US. It is a welcome mat for a lot of these Web3 based projects to actually be tapped in. And of course, Drop does leverage Hedera Hashgraph and also regulated banking technology to provide and ultimately build their payment solutions. So this is definitely a very, very big revolution, and it's a very innovative project. And, as we really think about the adoption of FedNow is enabling this digital economy to become, the actual next big thing for payments, transactions, and pretty much every single day, financial transacting. So when you are making payments online, if you're utilizing e-commerce platforms, 9 times out of 10 going forward, you're probably going to be utilizing some sort of crypto technology, whether it be stablecoins, whether it be, DLT, you name it. But on top of this, right, if we go over here to Hedera, they recently did put out a post regarding this, and we have utilizing the efficiency, cost effectiveness, and security of the Hedera network. DropCC is playing a major role in the future of instant payments by enabling multi-currency micropayments for everyday purchases and earning a spot in the Federal Reserve's FedNow Service Provider Showcase. Drop is unlocking economic potential and empowering billions of unbanked, underbanked, and prepaid users globally. And yes, guys, I'm telling you, check out Drop if you haven't already. I mean, they are absolutely killing the game. And I do think that this is definitely going to continue. I mean, a lot of these projects that are building out on Hedera, a lot of people write them off because we're not seeing massive transactions on Hedera through them. But you got to remember that some of these are not fully adopted in at all right now. A lot of this stuff, we're still waiting for. A lot of the transactions that we actually see on some of these popular chains, it's simply from, tap to click games that are just, let's just be real here, they're not providing any value for the network. They're just, there for transactions. But also on top of that, a lot of these transactions are also coming from meme coin gambling. So if we're thinking about the effectiveness of some of these transactions that are happening on these networks, they're really not that viable. So that's why, as we really kind of wait for high quality transactions to hit these networks, I do think that everyone should be researching and studying some of these projects that do have the potential to ultimately revolutionize entire industries, like the e-commerce industry, for an example. And that's exactly what Drop is doing. But on top of this, let's go over here, because tokenization. I keep mentioning how big tokenization is going to become. And, as we really look at one of these asset classes, AKA real estate, $300 trillion plus industry, and Hedera is absolutely transforming it with players like Red Swan, for an example. And this is all through commercial real estate tokenization. And this is definitely opening up new investment opportunities. This is all through accessibility, liquidity, fractionalizing ownership as well. I mean, just imagine if you have a $30 million apartment complex. Trying to sell that $30 million apartment complex to one buyer is going to feel like it's impossible to do so. But if you can sell that $30 million, apartment complex to 100 individuals at a fraction of the price, now all of a sudden you have so many individuals that own, 10%, 20%, all depends on how much they want to throw in. But whatever percentage that, they're throwing in of that $30 million, they actually own that percentage of that building, which means every single month they get a kickback percentage wise of the overall rental, income or whatever. But that's exactly what tokenization is doing. It's opening up entire new, asset classes within a massive asset class, because now we have increased accessibility. We have completely different markets. You also have potential to, create yield generation through some of these tokenized assets as well. So as we really look at this, it's expanding these markets and these asset classes that are so massive, but it's also opening up entire, like when we think about the economy around these, it's entirely new economies, new economic opportunities. So tokenization is a big one. And by the way, yes, we got a new update from Red Swan, which is we are fully focused on real estate, and very soon we'll be minting a substantial amount of registered real estate security tokens locked on Hedera. Now, this was back in November. This was November 26th, actually. So as we think about this, it feels as though we are about to witness the tokenization of real estate on Hedera in a big way through Red Swan. I'm very excited about this. On top of this, we also have a huge announcement. Guys, for the longest time, everyone has been trying to have Elon Musk, mention their project. We go all the way back to Dogecoin. Okay, we go back to the all-time chart of Dogecoin. This massive spike back in 2020 into 2021, it going from like roughly, a fraction of a penny all the way up to 60 plus. I know that it hit like 74 cents on some exchanges. This was a huge move. And this was all because of Elon Musk mentioning Dogecoin, pumping Dogecoin to the moon. I bring this up because here we have from Generation Infinity, breaking document found. Hedera recently partnered with SpaceX to revolutionize blockchain applications in space. From a document by Novik Tech dated 12/2/2024, HBAR SpaceX additional confirmation needed. But guys, go back to 2021. We were addressing the documents found around Hedera and NASA at that time for patents that they were basically building out DLT solutions for, space travel and other, solutions. Today, we actually have confirmation with SpaceX that they're revolutionizing blockchain applications in space. And here we could actually see Hedera has recently partnered with SpaceX to revolutionize blockchain applications in space. This is December 2nd, 2024. Novik Tech strengthens Hedera partnership with additional HBAR acquisition. Now, on top of this, if we go over here, we have, after reviewing the comments, we believe it's important to provide additional context on what the document may be referencing. The document may be referring to a recent interview with Seal SQ Corp. WiseKey conducted by the HBAR Bull on Galaxy app. Interview summary. WiseSat constellation expansion details about the upcoming SpaceX launch to expand the WiseSat constellation, which will enhance global secure IoT, Internet of Things connectivity. SealCoin, a discussion on how SealCoin enables secure real-time machine-to-machine transactions, fostering trust and efficiency across IoT, Internet of Things networks. Partnership with Hedera, insights into WiseKey's collaboration with Hedera integrating its blockchain infrastructure to ensure high levels of security, scalability, and sustainability. But this is a very big deal to me. When we really look at Hedera, they have been working with some very large names out there, and I do think that this is only going to continue from here on out. For an example, I want to wrap up this video on a very positive note, which is this announcement here from the other day. We have OpenBrick built on Hedera with IO builders, and this is actually with Six Digital or Six Group. They have a massive exchange. They're one of the biggest players out there right now around the space and even around securities and things like that. We have Six Invest in OpenBrick, a digital platform for the issuance, management, trading, and settlement of tokenized securities linked to real estate projects in Spain. And this is built on Hedera. Again, more confirmation that the real estate tokenization revolution is beginning on Hedera in a very large way, and everyone should be paying attention to this. And here we have from Subjective Views, I might just double my HBAR bag. Six Group, the owner of Spain's BME stock exchange, Bolsa BME, has invested in OpenBrick, a real estate tokenization platform built on Hedera. Six Invest in OpenBrick, its Spanish CSD, Iberclear plans DLT pilot regime platform, and you could actually see it. They consider the investment as a complement to the Six Digital Exchange. Over here, we also have, given OpenBrick operates on Hedera, that implies the Iberclear DLT platform will be based on Hedera. The BME confirmed this to Ledger Insights via email, with a spokesperson saying Iberclear TSS will operate on the Hedera DLT. However, the technology has been designed to be multi-chain with the potential to integrate other blockchains thanks to its smart contracts being compatible with the EVM, which of course, multi-chain is the future, so it makes sense. But when we really think about how big this is, guys, this is going to be happening sometime in 2025. It's going to be a very big deal. And one thing that I always love to bring up whenever it comes to things like this, I want you guys to realize that this is just the beginning of a much larger move to basically tokenize and bring on all of those trillions of real estate. Everything of value will be on chain. Everything. And it's already happening here. And what's crazy about this is, look back at what's been happening over the last couple, months. The last year alone has been absolutely insane for tokenization. But as we look at Hedera, it feels as though Hedera is starting to really become an absolute giant. That's why I've always said, as we really look at the top 10, I really do believe that Hedera is going to break into the top 10. Right now, it's number 17. And if we think about the overall market cap for Hedera, it's at $13 billion. To get into the top 10, It's roughly $10 billion away. I don't think that it's crazy to think that Hedera is going to be a top 10 giant by the end of this bull run. And I want you all to realize that, this is exactly why I, have been putting such a big spotlight on HBAR. It's because of all of the moves that they continue to make. They are a very significant player in this space. And if you're missing the target, if you have been missing the target and, maybe now you're trying to find, out about Hedera, I want you guys to understand that you're not too late to the party. Definitely keep this one on the watch list. If you see any significant changes in price action, aka we see a major sell-off or something like that, maybe utilize that as an opportunity. But I do believe that Hedera is going to be a very significant winner by the end of this cycle. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because there's more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.